Hare Krishna, welcome back to my channel. I am Radhika Pyari Devidasi and today I am going to share with you a very quick recipe of making Swiss rolls without any baking. So here I have used carob powder to make the Swiss rolls, and this recipe is quite simple to prepare and it can be made without much hassle. So let's look into the recipe. First I have taken around 400 grams of digestive biscuits. Now, these digestive biscuits are actually similar to the Murray biscuit you find in India, so you can use those. What I did was I finely powdered them. These biscuits are on the sweeter side. So now I'm going to add here carob, around 3 tablespoons. This is actually carob powder. I'll put the link in the description. So I have mixed the carob powder nicely with these biscuits. And now I added around a third cup of melted butter. Now you can even add only quarter cup of butter and increase the quantity of milk, but I decided to add a third cup, and on top of that I have added around half cup of milk. Now this is little warm milk. It helps with the binding. So I'm going to mix everything nicely, and you have to knead this for around a minute. So now you see how the entire thing is together like this. It's because the biscuit is made up of wheat flour. So now you have the parchment paper. On this I'll place this dough. With the help of a rolling pin, you have to roll this dough in order to get a rectangle shape base. This is the kind of rolling pin I have used. So what will happen in between while you're rolling, sometimes the dough will kind of stick to the rolling pin. You can brush a little bit of butter to the rolling pin, so that will avoid that problem. So once I've rolled it in this manner, I'm going to cut all the edges. And now at one of the sides, I will just clump it together and then again straighten it. So like this way, we can get a rectangle base. Now this is ready. I'll keep this aside and I'll show you how to make the inner cream base for it. Now here I have taken around 2 cups of thick whipping cream. In that I have added around few drops of safe vanilla extract. Now I added around 3 to 4 tablespoons of icing sugar. If you want it more sweeter, you can add more sugar to it. Whisk it well. Now you can use a hand blender and whisk it until it is little bit creamy. Once that is done, then I have added some light cream cheese to it. That is around 2 tablespoons I have added. Now if you cannot find cream cheese, then you can use even thick cream, like very thick cream, which is having the same consistency like this, and then you have to whisk it until it is this thick. The reason why I did not suggest to have the regular cream cheese, because sometimes the regular cream cheese has more salt, so it may kind of taste a little bit on the salty side. So light cream cheese is always good. So after making that cream, I started spreading it, and then I'm spreading it evenly, so it's not too thick in the center. Here is the part that we have to roll it very gently, and that is why I kept a parchment paper. This parchment paper helps with the rolling, and you can go smooth with this and it doesn't cause any cracks. Just be very gentle and roll it in this manner. See, the roll has been made like this. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use a little bit of more cream and cover the sides of it, both the sides like that. Now I'm going to put this in the fridge for around 30 minutes. There was something that I wanted to share. I put this particular Swiss rolls as I didn't have space in the fridge, in the freezer, and that didn't go well and I had to allow it to thaw. So please don't do the mistake, because it's kind of a no bake Swiss roll. So put it in the fridge for around 30 minutes and that will be useful. So here is the Swiss roll. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use the leftover cream. That's why you have to keep a little bit cream aside. And I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of carob powder. Sieve it well so that there are no lumps, and then whisk this. What you have to make sure is that the color of the cream is brown, not very light but on the darker side. I'll show you the color we require. Now this color is needed, so I'm going to cover the entire Swiss roll. And once this entire decoration is done, then I'm going to place some cherry just for decoration. Now what you can do is, you can even put this in the fridge for 5-10 minutes and then cut it. But yes, this is how the Swiss roll turned out. So I had to allow it to thaw because I had kept it in the freezer. So please do not do that mistake. It has a very creamy texture and kids would love it. So I placed a tulsi leaf and offered it at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.